W.J.R.G. Internet radio station, KMI TV, Action First broadcast, new edition 2026.
It comes your way every Thursday with my man, Dr. Wayne McCray. What's up, my brother?
All right, Dr. Jerry, how's it going?
I am blessed, man, to see you once again.
Yes, sir. Good to be seen.
All right, and every Thursday we bring in a special guest, someone who's a blessing to our community, to the body of Christ, and just doing a great job. And tonight we have Dr. Hanan. Me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be back.
All right. Yeah, that's right. You got to be right because you was here last year, right?
Yes,
Right.
I guess it's the annual thing. Huh?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
And June's a popular month of my birthday, June 26th.
All right.
My mother's birthday.
June 26th?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at
Well, you
this.
tell her she's listening.
Well, let's talk about, I asked you earlier, was you born and raised in New Haven? And you said,
I was not born and raised in New Haven. I was born and raised in New York City in the South Bronx. But my family is from New Haven, and I grew up coming here visiting my grandparents, cousins, including Dr. Wayne.
Yes.
so what was it like growing up in New York, the Big Apple, man? What was it like growing up? Are you a Knicks fan? You like basketball? You like the Knicks or anything?
We'll see. In the 90s, it was fashionable to like the Knicks. They were doing their thing. I was in high school then in the 90s when the 90s were doing their thing. They had Starks, when John Starks and that.
Yeah.
So I was around for that. That was matter of fact, that was college. That was freshman year, the late 90s.
You know the Knicks in the finals now, right?
Yeah, I don't really follow sports. I like boxing. I don't like
they're in the
sports
finals
really.
right now. The Knicks. They beat the San Antonio Spurs last night,
Okay.
1-0, and they win.
Go
This
here.
is the first time they haven't won since the year I graduated in 1973.
Wow.
That's how big it will be
That's before I was
for
born.
the NBA if the Knicks win this championship. And I'm pulling for the Knicks. I'm not a Knick man, but I'm pulling for them. They can pull this thing off. Anyway,
They have my favorite color, orange.
so what was like growing up in New York now? What was it like again?
It was fun. I loved it.
Which part of New York you was?
I grew up in the South Bronx, but I went to school in Harlem and Brooklyn. And so I was all over. I had friends in Queens. So I just claimed the whole New York. But I was born and raised in the South Bronx. When and where hip hop started.
Okay.
South
South Bronx. The boy from New York City.
I say South Bronx. South Bronx.
All right. Give us a little background about yourself. Now, I understand you got your doctor's degree, and wow, what was it like from an educational standpoint? The achieving that milestone. I mean, you're up there with Dr. King in there, but got that doctor's degree. What was it like coming up like that?
So earning my doctorate was a huge milestone for many reasons.
Okay.
One reason, we spoke about this last time, because I have lupus. So being able to complete it and push through, it took me 6 years to complete my doctorate, taking medical leaves and taking my time also with research. That literature review is no joke. That took me almost 2 years just to complete the literature review, because you have to wait for the research to come out that fits what you're doing. You can't make this up,
Right,
it has to be valid and accurate. And then I have to also do my research. It takes time.
Yes.
The process ends when the process ends. That's what I have to change my mind to. But from that experience, it was powerful. And It feels good because
I
I'm able
I'm proud of
to.
you. I'm very proud of you
Yeah.
because, I mean, I couldn't, it's hard to get my associate degree, never mind a doctorate degree. And she's gonna be able to a doctor's degree. We got our honorary one,
Mhm.
which is good, but when you put the work in like that,
That
That's
writing
it.
part is the,
That's
oh, that
Yeah.
writing part.
a
Yeah.
lot of
I
studying.
disappeared. I had to disappear to the beach and in solitude for what took me 2 years, just to 2-3 years to do the dissertation.
Wow.
You gotta be
Wow.
proud of
It took
it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They check every space, every comma, every
Mhm.
dot, everything. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
I couldn't even tell you how many revisions I made.
So,
Wow.
what made you get involved in the community, doing community work? How did that come about?
Birth from just my family. My family has always been doing this work.
Okay.
Wherever we are, no matter what we do, no matter what we believe in, we're all doing something in service to our community. So I guess it's being in the family business.
Mhm.
Okay.
but I do it through dance, through the arts.
Okay.
I found a way to connect everything together because I'm a STEM person first. I'm math, science. I used to go to science camp. I used to create computer programs for fun. Like that was my thing. Chemistry sets, and I just love science. It was just fun for me. But the arts is something that I also was passionate about, but that's what I wanted to pursue. So I found a way to connect the arts with the education, hence the word articulation. Because I was in arts in education programs. I'm like, why are they calling it that? And then I created the one word when I was 15 years old.
Now, I know Dr. Wayne mentioned about your dad. He showed me a picture of father who I remember, the face of the picture. He said your dad got a statue. You said, where, Dr. Wayne?
At the Stetson Library. Yeah.
Library, yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta be proud of that.
Susan Clenard, she made the bust of my father. It was a project that involved a few New Haven jazz legends. So it wasn't only my father, he was one who received the recognition. But they brought it out again at Neighborhood Music School when they celebrated his 85th birthday with the jazz concert, his annual jazz concert.
Okay.
So it's been reborn again, but it lives at Stetson.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
And there's a documentary attached to it that my mother made. My mother's an award-winning filmmaker. Her film is in the Smithsonian
okay.
in the Pearl Bailey collection. Yeah.
Wow. I'm learning more about your family. I got
That's why they went to New York because they were doing the arts.
Mhm. Mhm.
I gotta call my uncle. He's 80, 83, 84. His name is Jimmy Green. He played the guitar.
Yeah,
So
they're probably friends. My father's 85.
that's what I said. I'm gonna ask him about your dad because he probably.
And my mother went to her house. She was the class of 70.
Wow.
So you probably know her too.
Okay.
She was the founding captain for the Majorettes.
Wow, you got you got a lot of history in your family, great history too.
And then my cousin used to do storytelling and different programs at Stetson Library years ago. I remember coming up when I was younger and watching her do her programs. And then I started doing my programs. That's my home base for Stetson. And I could go on and on about what the family's doing. A lot of the family members also on the coalition. Some of the members are family.
So who inspired you growing up then? Your parents or teachers or?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above.
Okay.
I take inspiration from everywhere.
You're inspiring a lot of the next generation that's coming behind you because people watch us. They're going to watch our lifestyles, see what we're doing, and people need inspiration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm very proud of what you're doing. I gotta admit that. Now let's talk about this June 10th that you have. I got the flyer here. You have Dr. Wayne, you got it on the screen up there. You had the flyer up there.
And speaking of the youth, one of our youth, made our flyer because we have our articulation artist development training program.
So you already had the flag raising ceremony.
Yes.
So on the 14th, you got the Juneteenth Restaurant Week. What talk about that a little bit? How's that? How does that work?
So for Juneteenth Restaurant Week, we are highlighting participating restaurants.
Okay.
Around the city, around Connecticut, those restaurants from Afro diaspora communities and also people who are supporters. We're highlighting the Afro diasporic foods. We're highlighting the not only restaurants, it's also food trucks. It's the bars, the lounges. We're supporting each other. So our flyer actually serves as a directory where you can see clearly which establishments are a part of our of our restaurant week and a part of what we're doing and a part of the community and supportive of the community. So we can go and support them back. And when you go to the restaurants, you'll see meals that are named after Juneteenth themes, the cultural themes. You'll see prices around the date, because Juneteenth is June 19th, 1865. So maybe something's $6.19, maybe something's $18.65. So maybe you may see a lot of red foods because with Juneteenth, the color red is powerful. Red foods, red drink. So you may see meals surrounding that. So go in, enjoy, and see what creativity our restaurants have. And they donate for our events to make sure we have food for our elders and our young people and our coalition of volunteers. So it's a give and take. It's a collaboration. Everything we do is a collaboration because we don't charge them to participate like other restaurant weeks. They have to pay for the advertisement. We don't do that. It's an exchange,
right?
Because they're gonna be promoting our event by saying that they're a part of this and come to the green and supporting us by again donating food, and then we have advertisements and so forth. Even now I'm speaking about it, right? So that's gonna give attention to who we have.
All right.
So go around the city, check our website so you can join us.
And so you got the festival weekend kickoff that's going to be on Thursday, June the 18th, and that's in a couple weeks then.
Yes.
At the Flint Street Theater. Let's talk about that. What's going on with that?
So there we're going to have an excerpt from our Juneteenth Artist Showcase.
Okay.
And we're going to have community discussions and a screening of the Hill documentary.
The Hill
neighborhood. Yes.
Okay.
I was raised in the Hill. What you want to know about the Hill?
Well, come out and share. But the documentary, have you seen the documentary?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we have to get you to see it.
Yeah, give me to see the documentary.
Or come out so you can see it with us, and then you can share since you're from the Hill. We'd love to hear your.
You know, one thing. If I could jump in there, man. Yep, me too. Because one of the things, and I also was a co-chair for the management team of Hill North, and with Sam Foster and Tony Dawson, and we seen Congress Avenue change. Sam was instrumental in getting the John Daniels School built there. We know how it transformed that community. And so it's a lot of good things. And one of the icon buildings is the Three Sisters. That's still there. That's a historical building that's on Congress Avenue.
So you have to come out and share because it's a community discussion after we watch the film. So yes, definitely come out.
So how far back do you go when you're talking about the festival weekend? How far back do you go back as far as with the Hill section? I gotta come see. Okay.
So you must tell all the details. You got the trailer, the synopsis. Did my doctor committee chair send you? Let me see.
It's funny because he talking about the Congress Avenue. I remember the we used to go to Congo. Remember that?
Yeah.
And once you bought all that, bought everything up, they tore down a lot of that stuff. I mean, it was bad.
But it's talking about what happened.
It was bad.
It's talking about the changes of the community, the destruction of the community from the voices of the residents. They're speaking out in this. So that's what makes it powerful. So definitely come out so you can see it if you haven't seen it. And if you're from the Hill and you want to share your experiences, definitely come. We need everybody because I know what I know, right? A lot of doctors act like they know everything. We specialize in a specific narrative topic. I know what I know, and what I don't know, I ask and bring others.
So I got you. Also, you got the 13th annual Juneteenth celebration, the Jamboree featuring New Haven All Stars.
Yes.
Friday, June 19th. Now, let's talk about the New Haven All Stars and what? Basketball? What is this?
All Stars performers. So what we did for the performers. What we did for our Juneteenth is we feature artists from New Haven, those who are going out of town and getting the high gigs and the big, headlining performances. But then here in New Haven, then you're a local artist and you're at the bottom of the totem pole. So we're changing that narrative to where New Haven artists should be able to be featured in headlines at home with the same respect that they get everywhere else.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing with our Friday celebration. And we're starting at 3 o'clock with a commemorative walk for Lucy and Lois Tritton, who are mother and daughter, who were the last two enslaved persons to be sold on the green. The New Haven Green was an auction block.
Wow.
And there's actually a cemetery. This bone doesn't there. That's why we do libation. Yes. And that's led by independent researcher Jill Snyder. Mama Jill Snyder, who's a part of our coalition. She presents also at our New Haven Hip Hop Conference at Neighborhood Music School. So she's leading that. She's going to have different community partners and clergy coming out to bless the land and to actually do a walk to commemorate what they had to deal with walking around and everybody shouting their slaves for sale as they're being paraded downtown.
Wow.
So that's at 3:00. And then at 4:00, we go into our elder honoring ceremony. And that's a surprise. It's always a surprise that we honor. But we have an elder honoring ceremony. Be there because you're going to definitely want to be there for the recognition of who we have. And my dance company, the Keepers of the Culture Performing Arts Company, we perform in their honor with Baba W.J.R.G.Internet, our musical director. And as we talked about the youth, one of my dance students performs with me as my dance captain. I was teaching her since she was 5 in New York. Wow. So that next generation is built in. And after the elder honoring, we go into the monk singers and friends. So the monk family band is coming out with us. Out. And then and then at 7:00, we have Rashawn Langley with Nikki with the 2Ks with the karaoke crew for an outdoor karaoke dance party. And we're going to wear red and light it up red for sickle cell awareness. We have a partnership with the Sickle Cell Awareness Association of Connecticut. So we're going to have a fun time on Friday. So come out. There also will be some food trucks and a few vendors, but that's our Friday.
Well, it would be nice if you.
So those are our all-stars. Don't sound like all-stars to you?
It's like all-stars.
All right.
But it was nice. It would be nice you had the Langley family.
That was last year. Last year we had the Langley family. We had the Langley family last year.
And
the children and the next generation. I think it was 5 generations of Langleys on the stage last year.
Wow. Because matter of fact, because the Hollaback Awards, we inducted them to our Hall of Fame.
Oh, beautiful. They deserve it.
And I'll tell you a quick story real fast. When I was at Lee High School, there's Jerry and Henry Langley. I got a brother named Henry. My name is Jerry. So that's how we all knew each other. There was Henry, they were older enough, so they were like maybe a couple years older than me and my brother. But it was Henry and Jerry. And my father had a record store at B&L back in the time. And my brother named Henry and Jerry. So that's how we got that respect.
Your father had a record store, so it makes sense how now you're doing that. I see the connection.
I see the connection. And that was in the band, that was in the band. So like I said, Lehigh, Henry and Jerry.
But that's right. Somebody has to make the music, somebody has to play it, right?
That's it.
Okay, the 13th annual Juneteenth Village and Marketplace. That's the 20th. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so Saturday, join us from 1 to 7 p.m. for our Village and Marketplace. We're going to have all of our vendors and community organizations out there with their tents and activities and all their beautiful items that they want to sell and good food that you want to come out and eat. And then on the stage, we start with our welcome with the coalition. We have a scholarship presentation by the New Haven Homeboys, which is the organization that my father and a lot of distinguished elders in the community are a part of, where they come together and donate to a youth organization annually. So that's happening first. And then after that, we go into our interactive workshops. We're going to have African drumming with Baba W.J.R.G.Internet. We go into capoeira. Then we go with capoeira Esperanza. Then we go into soca, Jim Jam, which is a soca dance fitness by Rain, my dance daughter, our dance captain, who has her own set now. Again, the next generation doing their thing and giving them the platform. After that, we go into Zumba with Shayla Gillums, who so excited for her to join us. She's been with us for so long. And then we go into a carnival segment with the Trinbago American Cultural Explorers. So we're going to have steel pan, we're going to have stilt walkers, we're going to have the fire breathers and the dancers with the Caribbean skirt. They're bringing it back to the traditional cultural carnival. So it's not going to be scantily clad. They're going to be covered with the big skirts, the ruffle, taking it back to the roots. So that's the carnival that they're presenting, because they have a carnival in East Hartford. And Shayla has a program the following Saturday. So it's also serving to promote her program is the following Sunday. So we use this as an exchange to be able to collaborate and promote what we're doing.
Right. New Haven Hip Hop Conference Part 1.
Oh, wait. After that, the Juneteenth Artist Showcase, curated by Namumba Santos, who's also a cousin, my little cousin. Again, next generation.
Next
So he's
generation.
part of the artist development training program, and he curates. He has his own group, Kids Next Door, based out of Philly from Temple University, where he attends. So he brings up some of his artists that he works with and sets up events within Philly. So we give them an opportunity and space here to perform. And now he's shared that he wants to curate, and he's also an artist. So I took him under my wing under the program to mentor him. And so now he's curating it. He's connecting the New Haven youth artists here. So he's presenting a nice showcase that's connecting the artists between Philly and New Haven and highlighting New Haven.
You know, if I could just jump in there, man, this is.
And then we go to William Fluker Band. And then we end.
All right. Yeah, William Fluker. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
we have something for everybody. That's what's special.
Right. And see, you know, that's why I just wanted to segue and throw my little 2 cents in there and get my jump shot on. And one. But listen, I mean, this is so amazing. You know, one of the things I love about Juneteenth, right? See, it helps with the different cultures, but it also continues to communicate our history. Right. See, we got to tell the story. See, and the generations that's coming behind us, they need to know, right? And seeing these kids, they really need to value. See, some of the things that are cultural that our kids, and they don't understand the struggles and what the people gone through to get them where they are today. And this gives another approach and a way of communicating, right? And see, when there's a breakdown of communication, that's where we lose, when there's a breakdown of communication. And one of the things I love, because with Juneteenth and our culture, and cuz I love what you do with the African drumming and the dance, because that was our main communication in slavery. Right. When they spoke to the tribes, they hit the drums. They knew. Come on. What? They knew the sound. They listened for the sound, and they was able to communicate. And see, and that's something that we have to value, because listen, even now, it stirs up because it's deep rooted in us, right? So because of what our ancestors went through, right? And so certain things, it relates, right? Because it's spiritual. When they was in the crop fields and working and picking cotton, and you know, they had them songs that carried them through their pains. Come on, somebody. Yeah. But it's things that this event helps to reconnect the spirit, to help our roots, and to help connect with that reverence. And I think it's very vital that we have our kids to understand that, because it gives them a different persona, and for them to have more respect. Because there's a lot of disrespect that is going on with our young people, especially with our elders. You know, I get appalled when how some of our elders that's paved the way and that are physically, it says once an adult, twice a child. So some of them are going through in our convalescent homes and stuff that paved the way for us, and they're forgotten. But you know, it's that mistreatment of the inheritance and our legacy that we got to open our kids' eyes to understand.
And that's why we do the elder honoring ceremony, and we do it
Come on with it.
And we've been doing it since the first one. It wasn't an add-on. Since the first time we did it, when we had one tent on the other side of the flagpole, we had an elder honoring ceremony. We had drummers. I was the only dancer, and we had Papa Jamal and Baba Mick, but we made it happen. You know, we honored one person, Auntie Diane. She was the first one. We made it happen because what you're saying is important. And that's why the Saturday, the wording is specific. We have the Juneteenth Village and Marketplace. You know, it's a village. And even the artists know, everybody knows that's there. It's a village, a true place where This is the place where you can get correction and you can receive correction.
Mm.
This is the place where you can get guidance, where you can make a mistake and somebody will help you through it and not chastise you about it.
Right.
It's a real village. We have to get back to that.
Come on, that's you said it.
And we know how to do it. So those of us know how to do it, just have to do it.
You know,
because we're not waiting for somebody. There's no everybody's waiting for some one leader to come and tell you what to do. You have to be a leader where you are. Everybody's a leader wherever you are. You're on your block, in your building, in the house. You have to be a leader wherever kids you're around. Lead them, teach them, and whatever elders you're around, you help them and learn from them. You know, and support and uplift, like you said, and don't forget what people do. But that's why, and another reason for the elder honoring ceremony is we're not looking for the people who have 1,000 awards already. Not saying they don't need to be acknowledged, right? But we're looking for those people who, like you're saying, are sitting somewhere by themselves, no food, but yet they were the ones who everybody came to after school to their house to eat. Right. You know, they were the ones that everybody that dropped off somebody or whatever. I got you. Come on, baby. I got you. I got you. Oh, what you need? What you need? And then now, you know, of course, they're not going to ask for the need, but now they're sitting there in need. And then where's the people coming to them? Right. So the more that we understand and acknowledge who everyone is and create that village atmosphere to where the youth can feel comfortable going and the elders can feel comfortable going, you know, it has to be mutual.
That's right.
And it has to be every generation at the same time.
That's right. And I like that because, you know, I always say, you know, things with the community, we have to correct some things in the community and we have to value the village.
That's right.
There are things that's incorrect, but there's a lot that's going well. Like even with taking it back to my doctorate, my dissertation, like I focused on successful strategies for gifted and talented African American students because we know the deficits. That's what took my literature review so long, because everybody wants to talk about the challenges and with the setbacks. We know what their success is. I didn't happen by mistake. You didn't happen by mistake.
Right.
There's other people I know, my friends didn't happen by mistake. So there's things that are taking place that are successful. So let's focus on that and let's duplicate that. We don't have to talk about what went wrong. We know it. It's time for not even just solution. We know the solution. It's just action. Act on it. Just do it at this point. There's a lot of people talking. Just do it. Yeah. That's why you don't see me posting. I don't have a lot of followers. I'm busy doing the work. I don't have time to be looking for likes. I don't do it for likes.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I just do what needs to be done.
Talkers and doers.
I just do what needs to be done. I know how to talk to make it happen, though. You know, but I don't just talk to be talking. I don't have the energy for that.
Talkers and doers.
And your word is your bond. That's my first.
That's it. Come on, that's it. That's all we got. That's all we got.
And that's it.
That's it.
It's very simple.
That's it.
The New Haven Hip Hop Conference Part 1.
Yeah. So
talk about hip hop.
Yeah.
I know hip hop came on the scene.
Hey.
But I remember the last post back in the day.
Baba Abiotun, yeah. He's friends with my father.
All right. They first came on the scene. They was the first rappers. They was talking. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the New Haven Hip Hop Conference Part 1.
Yeah, so
it's got to be a Part 2 then.
Yes.
Part 1.
Yes. So Part 1 is a collaboration with the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. We're presenting it as an Ideas Talk at New Haven Museum on Sunday, June 21st from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And we're featuring a panel, an interactive hip hop workshop, and a keynote. We're focusing on women in hip hop because all of these discussions is like we see all the men, but there had to be women there. So we're bringing up legendary dancing choreographer Kim Holmes from New York. We're bringing up legendary hip hop historian and writer Courtney Brown, who's from The Source magazine. And we're bringing up New Haven's own Zeb Powell, homegirl Zeb from Powell. What's the station? All of these states. What's it? 93? Is that what
94.3?
94.3. Thank you.
Yeah.
All these different states. I'm like, wait, I'm talking New York. So I was getting ready to say not 97. I was like, that's not it. I went back to the Bronx for a second. Excuse me on that. But yeah, so she was very influential on getting hip hop on the radio back then with her show. So she's on the panel as well. I'll be moderating that, and then I'll be teaching the hip hop class alongside DJ Too Much. So we're gonna have live music for the hip hop class.
Hip hop.
Bringing it back to the cipher, hip hop 101, teaching it, bringing the authentic form of hip hop, teaching the culture, and then we have a keynote by Drew Dixon.
40, 50 years.
They celebrated 50 years a few years ago.
Mm.
But in those discussions, there went out a lot of talks about the women involved. A few, but we know there's more than that. And we were looking for people in New Haven, so we were very happy to find Zeb. You know, so we're hoping to get some more names coming out with the people that we have at the table to be able to share some more names, because we know that there were more women involved. You know, we know it.
Because who's the first big name hip hop man when it first came out? What was that? Remember that was the guy that had the dance party one?
Well, you talking about Sugar Hill Gang?
No, it wasn't Sugar Hill Gang. I remember Sugar Hill Gang though.
Like Cold Crush?
No, it was the
we
guy
had Cold Crush come up.
Okay, no, it was another guy that I can't think of his name.
Melly Mel?
I mean, he had the Christmas one.
Run DMC? Christmas.
Was it Run DMC? He had the Christmas rap. Maybe I made up for y'all time.
Oh man.
Because I was back in 80.
80, I was around in the 80s.
No, I'm just asking before your time. That it was he had the Christmas rap. The Christmas do. I get that.
I'll have to hear it because there's so many songs in my head right
now.
Well,
I know. That's what's throwing me too.
You're talking about a Christmas story. There was there's a few.
Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow. Okay, right. I was picturing the leather jacket and I couldn't get the name of it. I'm like, I got a picture of it.
I was on WIBC.
Yeah.
Right? I was 27 back then. And I was doing R&B at that time. I mean, I had the show. And
so you was playing Keep Sweating, all of that.
All of that.
Wait, what year did you say?
I was back in about 80, 82.
Oh my God, 82. Oh, that's
Spectrum.
Shoot.
Spectrum. Yeah, I was a program director on Spectrum.
82. I was 3 years old. I don't know what was on the radio. I was singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
I remember when hip hop first came on the scene. I remember hip hop first came on the scene. Okay, I remember Curtis Blow, the Grandmaster Flash, all them. Then after that, I got to the church. So I got out of hip hop. But then I see, like, what's going on. So this is going to be good, though, the new hip hop conference. Okay.
Yes, and then part 2 will be July 11th and 12th at Neighborhood Music School, where the conference began.
All right, so back at 6:30, I don't want to keep it all day, but celebrating our history, honoring our freedom, building our future together. For more information, visit
www.artseducation.org or www.artidea.org.
Now, Dr. Wayne mentioned you do a lot of traveling as well, Africa and other parts of the country.
No, that's what families are, right? Okay.
What you get your shine on? What you get your shine on?
Like this.
Thank you for that. So currently, I go back and forth between here and Senegal. I have traveled to South Africa and Ghana and a few other places. But through Senegal and South Africa, I'm there through Articulation Academy Network.
Okay.
So Senegal, South Africa, because I went there through the Mandela Washington Reciprocal Exchange Program that's funded by the government through IRS. So I was sent there to provide professional development training to dancers, dance educators, work with school systems on curriculum and training and performance. So that was South Africa, and we did that 2 years. 1 year was virtual. The first year was COVID. I was supposed to go because the world was locked down. So I didn't get to go. I did it virtually, but I disappeared to Senegal during that time because I was doing my dissertation, and back then everything was closed. But if you're doing research, you can go. So through Dance Africa that I do in New York since childhood, which was part of my fun that you asked about, and we just celebrated 49 years of Dance Africa this year. And so through there, every year is a different country featured. 2016 was Senegal, 2018 was South Africa. So each year with my role then I was the dance captain and finale captain for Barbara Chuck, who's also a cousin, Barbara Chuck Davies, also a cousin too. Wow. She's from North Carolina, girl. Let's and then I lost my train of thought with that. What was I saying? Oh yes. So then now I'm the artistic director of the Dance Africa Candle Bearers. But because of my role there, I was the one that helped lead the warm-ups and taught the finale that everybody had to perform, which put me close contact with the dance captains, with everybody. So that's how I made these connections. Okay. And I stayed connected. So when the world shut down, I saw that they were trying to still keep going, do the classes virtually. I had to pay Zoom. They didn't. You know, every 30 minutes, you're trying to do a 90-minute class, you know. So I went virtual because at this point I was the adjunct professor at Gateway for the International Festival of Ideas Fellows Program, teaching a course in arts administration there. And so from that, I went virtual already. And then I had my dance company and classes at neighborhood music school. So I went virtual with everything. So I signed on my dance family in Senegal, South Africa, Mali, and Guinea.
Wow.
And we had classes about 3 times a week. And then with Juneteenth, when we went virtual, we included them. They were able to make their videos. It was an international Juneteenth for those 2 years we were virtual. But I saw that they did everything with Wi-Fi. So I said, if you only need Wi-Fi, that means I only need Wi-Fi. Because I'm over here with my mask on, 6 feet apart, in the Bronx, in an apartment, you know, and this was a temporary apartment because I just had an apartment fire from our childhood apartment that we grew up in. So I was already in a state of transition. So they gave me an invitation from the Minister of Culture to go to Senegal to assess the arts and culture sectors of Cadillac and provide professional development training to the Ebosi Dance Company. Because I was one of the dancers company, Baby Ba, who performed with us in Dance Africa. So all of these connections is what got me into Senegal. So that's what I'm doing. I was professor of history at a university. I was writing curriculum for schools, and now I wrote a grant to bring the New Haven Hip Hop Conference to Senegal and to bring the Artist Development Training Program to Senegal and connect the artists that we're working with in New Haven with the artists and Philly with the artists in Senegal. So they can then, the young people now can have their own international network and then connect our mentors and artists again. Because you want music, yeah, you got to hear somebody in Senegal. They got a track. Here's a singer. Here's a dancer. Right. It's a Muslim country. There's gospel singers there too. Everybody, they play jazz. They do the blues, hip hop. There's a whole hip hop cultural center that I got.
So my final question.
So that's what I do around the world.
My final question: what advice would you give someone who wants to be like you, or who wants to be like Mike? You know, wants to do something, because you're inspiring a lot of people. You don't realize that. People watch your lifestyle, they're looking around.
A lot of work. Okay. Dedicated.
What advice would you give someone, especially somebody young that's wants to do something?
Establish an official organization. Even if it's just an LLC. I have a nonprofit, Mr. Nonsense Beyond, has been incorporated since 2005. So even when I had to close my school due to the lupus, I never dissolved my business. So that's how I'm doing everything now, through that same business that I started when I was 25 years old. So establish something, keep it, go to school, research, get the information, know everything there is to know about what it is you want to do. Be open to learning, be open to the process. Don't judge yourself based on anybody else's timeline. Your timeline is your timeline. Your process is your process, and what is for you is for you. And build your network. If I only did dance, I wouldn't be able to do this because I don't know dancers. But because I know musicians and stage managers and producers and people who went into finance and people who know how to do taxes, and we can pull something like this off because the I becomes a we. Learn how to communicate professionally at all times, emails, even when you're working
incorporated.
Yes, but that's what I would say. Start there and do something you're passionate about, and stay steadfast and make sure that you're not compromising your morals. Don't chase the money, because if you're doing it right, the money's gonna come to you. Outside of some of these grant opportunities where you have to do a proposal, most things come to me. I send my email, hey, somebody has this and this for you. Great, thank you. More, please. Keep sharing and keep growing.
Great advice. Well, it's been a blessing to have you on the show. I'm gonna attend at least a couple of these events.
Yes, especially the Hill. We need your.
I love that. I got a lot of history about the Hill.
Yes, we need your historic.
Days on the Hill since 1862.
Oh, we definitely need you there.
So I'm not gonna speak. I'll come to listen. But like that, I'll listen. What's going on. But like that. But I was there before a lot of. I think my family was the second black family on the street I still live on now. Because my mother moved down south and I bought the house. We was the come on in. We was the only second black family in that neighborhood.
Wow.
It was all whites. Then once the blacks started moving, the whites said they moved out. But somebody at the door. Yeah, so I remember when the hill was all white. Okay, I remember the Dr. Wade, he might remember a little bit of that too. It was all white. We was the second black family, right?
What was that like?
I experienced a little racism. It wasn't, I'll give you an example because I joined the Boy Scouts, me and my brother, right? And it was a forest white Boy Scouts. It was only maybe about 5 blacks in there. So we were playing basketball one night, against the white boys. And then the guy told us, our scoutmaster told us, nice guy though. He said, if y'all take off your jacket, you be camouflaged, something like that, he said, right? So I said to my mother, I said, Mom, what do you mean by that? She was hot. So he came by the house because she told him to stop going. He came by and she told him what we said, like that. So I experienced a little racism like that. Besides that, it wasn't bad. We had the white gangs, we had our black gangs over. It was another part of the hill section.
They had gangs already back then.
Oh yeah, we had gangs. They had 2 white gangs.
So when we gonna get the gangs out of New Haven? That's a long time to have no gangs.
We always had gangs, but it was the bridge boys, the white boys. Another bridge, you cross the bridge, you had to get up past these guys. Okay, then they had the Devil's Own, they called them. What? Another white gang like that. All those gangs back then.
Wow.
Yeah. But we wasn't scared of them because I could look at my cousin over there. So, I can tell you a lot of stories, but like I said, at that time it was more a lot of white folks, and they started moving out. As time went on like that. But anyway, we got to get out of here. I know I got to coming up. All right. Yeah. But pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen. Only thing I just want to say, we got to make this annual gathering. Sure. Amen. Amen. Amen.
In June, whatever you got going on, give us a call. Let us know.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll come out on location and do some interviewing as well.
For tuning in. No, we have the coalition. We have an amazing coalition.
Yes.
We have an amazing coalition. Yes. But Bench is doing his thing with the promotion. Marcy's doing her thing.
Yeah.
Everybody. Sun Queen is hosting with us. Shayla Streeter. We have such a beautiful coalition.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're continuing to communicate. That's it.
Yes.
And that's key. That's key. Well, listen, only thing I want to say, I want to thank you for stopping in today at W.J.R.G.Internet radio station, KMI TV, and Action First Broadcast. And we're definitely going to have you back. And I knew it was going to be epic. I got to find another word, another term, because this was extravagant.
Yeah.
And enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. But listen.
My stories too. Dr. Ray said, I know people come to see the guests, but we got to have fun.
Yes. I know that's right. Good vibe.
But everything that was supposed to be said was said.
That's right. And to God be the glory. Amen. So listen, I want to thank you for taking action first with us today. So if you could just say that with me, just say action first.
W.J.R.G., your favorite choice for gospel music.